Greetings from the land of enchantment. Welcome to Big Apple Mountain Tower. I'm your host, Mike Rusnak.
I'm the other host, Everest Hall. Today we're going to be talking,
Be speaking with you.
about the new moon that's happening in Aquarius on February 9th at 3:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's where we are.
So it's 2:59 Pacific time, 5:59 Eastern time.
Yes.
God, we did it.
So Aquarius, dear Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius, and we have this new moon that's happening. There's a lot of action going on in the chart.
It's a new moon, but at the same time, it's the beginning of the lunar new year.
All planets are direct also.
There's a lot of forward momentum. Now, if you have been feeling overwhelmed since last full moon in Leo, which, even if you were expecting intensity, it still was a crazy moon.
Yeah, it kind of hurt, right?
Yeah.
We hope that everybody was able to carve out some joyful happiness as the pressures of the stars were heavy.
Yes. And now this February 9th, new moon in the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about people. It's about people, society, but it's about not being afraid to be weird, like the weirdest that you can be. And it's great because right now we need the room to be our own weird self.
Well, it's not just about people, but it's Aquarius is a fixed sign. It has to do a lot with intellect and with a scientific approach. So
Less emotional.
Don't get wrapped up in our emotions, but be thoughtful and scientific and intellectual on how we're going to set up our upcoming year.
Yes, practicality, right. For this moon, we have the moon and the sun will be squaring to Uranus.
Yes.
So that's, once again, surprise, upset, but eureka moments. There's like, aha, this is what we're doing. Because Uranus rules
Aquarius.
So the sun and the moon will also be trine to the south node. So
Our collective past. How has that past wounded us? We'll get to this in a little bit. And how can we intellectualize a better tomorrow for everyone in our circle of friends and expanding circle of friendships?
So at this time, Venus and Mars are conjunct with Pluto and Mercury. Venus and Mars are in Capricorn, chugging along, harmonizing, and establishing strategy for our upcoming year. Right?
Yeah, the celestial lovers
Yes.
are in Capricorn, which rules government, legal affairs, top-down structures.
And there's this urgency. Right now we feel like, God, we got to get this together and get organized and create some structure so that we're not missing out on anything. Because this year, Wood Dragon is tremendous growth.
Yes.
And that's what's coming up this year.
Yeah, there's almost feels like a little bit of panic to kind of get stuff set up for the year.
We want to get it right. We want to get it perfect. We want to,
There's this anticipation that's been building up, but we've been a little bit held back because not all the planets have been forward, and now we're got this forward momentum, and it's go time.
Yeah. So
Action.
for this new moon, Everest,
Yes, Michael.
I think that it's important for people because it's social and intellectual. It's important for people to reestablish trust with humans, with others. I know, doesn't that sound strange?
That's a radical.
Sounds crazy.
That's a radical idea there. And just to kind of speak quickly about Aquarius and intellect and scientific reasoning.
How could we possibly trust?
Our hearts may tell us that we can't trust anyone and that we're all out to kill each other, but our minds can tell us that it's necessary to trust each other and to move forward, and that we cannot be at this constant collision,
this stagnation, because it's like tension. It's like the Two of Swords.
Right.
You're blindfolded. You're holding two heavy swords. Like something has got to give.
Tension is still attraction. It can be changed, from this to
exactly
to that to moving forward. So it's it's a little bit of a tricky time because we have to kind of calm our emotions and really be thoughtful and scientific about it.
But it's a new moon. It's not a full moon. The emotions aren't boiling over.
No.
That Leo full moon was very intense. And 10 days after this new moon, we will have a conjunction between Chiron and the North Node, February 19th.
Yeah.
And February 18th is when the sun moves into Pisces.
Pisces.
So as the sun is moving into Pisces, we're all going to feel a little...
Yeah.
It will be intense again. So right now at this new moon, let's take some time and clear our minds and clear our hearts, open our hearts. But to get a little bit intellectual.
Yeah.
And there's some homework for this new moon.
Well, just to talk briefly about Chiron.
Yeah.
So those who don't know Chiron is an asteroid. It's related to the mythology of Chiron. Chiron was a centaur, son of Kronos, and
Saturn.
He was, unlike most centaurs who were out to rape and pillage and club everyone. Chiron was a very wise teacher. He taught Hercules and Jason and Achilles. Unfortunately, Hercules wounded Chiron with a magical arrow that was coated in the blood of the Hydra, and Chiron developed medicine by trying to heal himself, by trying to heal this magical wound.
He didn't heal himself, but
No.
he was able to develop medicines,
Right.
which were helpful.
So the original kind of mystical wound
Yes.
that we are all born with individually, we got this little pinch.
Like original sin.
Yeah, it's kind of like original, except for
interesting.
it's
Okay.
not Christian. So like that wound, and what are we struggling with throughout our life, and
What are we trying
what's wrong
to
with
heal
me?
ourselves?
Yeah, what is wrong with me, and then analytically trying to figure out okay, does this add to this, and is this helping this, and this is helping this, and through that you learn the medicine of healing yourself. And we have this conjunction that's happening with our North Node.
Yes.
And it's going to help everybody.
Okay, so there's some homework for this new moon. If you haven't done it recently, good idea to look at your birth chart, check in on your ephemeris, because every time you look at the planets and you identify and check out if it still rings true for you.
Yeah.
Point by point, does this make sense to me? Look at your birth chart. Because we think we know it, but often I'm like, wait,
where is my Mars? What is my Uranus doing?
And every time you move your eyes around the ephemeris, it's like you're polishing a mirror to yourself.
Right.
Getting to understand yourself just a little bit better. So that's just one thing. Get out of your comfort zone. Be around people. I know. I don't like saying that. I don't like saying it. Makes me sick a little bit to say that. But it's super important to kind of go and just feel people's energies in an uncontrolled environment, like a park bench, or maybe in the woods in a bubbling hot spring, like what we did, right, Ev?
Yeah. Or and we're not talking about your regular
Your comfort
routine.
zone. Not your comfort zone.
Maybe when you're grocery shopping, smile at somebody and just say hello and just have a nice conversation in a different place.
But this is about social new steps and reestablishing trust as humans. We need to do this. It's really important that we do this as we're moving into the age of Aquarius, into a new paradigm. We have to do that. We have to be okay with being human.
And essentially what we're saying is get out of your tribe and learn a little bit more about the other.
Find some new friends. Let me just not beat around the bush. Just find some new friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aquarius is about friendship.
Do it gently though, of course, But just go to a place where you could be quiet and appreciate being around people in a perverse little way. You're off, like thinking, okay, this is fine, this is okay, but do that, find the room to do that.
And if you're shy, you don't even have to talk to them. You can just kind of sit there and watch them.
Just listen to them.
Listen to them.
Yes. But also keep your mind very active.
Yes.
And right now it's good because this is an intense point that we're in, but it also feels like there's not so much emotional intensity, that there's a little bit of room.
Yeah.
That we don't feel like we're going to get hurt, squashed, crushed.
Yeah.
But keep your brain active.
Yeah.
Sudoku, spelling, puzzling.
Yeah, Sudoku.
Creativity. Just creativity.
Logic puzzles.
Yes, logic puzzles.
I think we can all work on our logic a little bit.
Yeah. Tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters. Poetry. Write some poetry. With
Well, that's the homework for this movie. Yeah. I know it's a lot of homework, but you don't have to do any of it. You just pick whatever you like, or
you're watching this video, so that's homework.
Yeah, that's centering. Yeah. But February 19th is going to be a pain point, but it's going to be a healing. It's going to be a trigger to heal ourselves.
Yeah.
So this is good. We've come through, many years of just intensity and pressure crushing us into a diamond, and that's where we are today.
Sparkle.
Yeah.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. And with that, let's go to tarot, and I will find out how we can sparkle.
So during the new moon in Aquarius, it's important for us to harness Aquarian energy and to be really okay with looking weird and not caring how crazy we look or what other people think. Aquarians love being unique, strange, going against the grain, march into your own.
It's not like a love of being weird. It just kind of makes sense to do this one thing, and it doesn't matter if anybody else agrees or understands what you're doing.
Yeah. So there's the emotional space where it doesn't feel as vulnerable, as touchy as that Leo full moon. It felt very, heavy.
Yeah, like Aquarius,
jump on this opportunity to just get weird, get strange, get unapologetic for who you are.
The self-validation, not validation from other people, not trying to fit into some social construct to achieve a financial end, but an intellectual of, I feel happy, I'm going to wear all yellow today. Everything I'm going to wear is yellow. That's kind of like that.
Look at me, I'm a banana.
Isn't that silly? I'm a banana. Without any interest in pleasing anybody.
Please yourself.
And set up this year not to please anybody else, but how can you help other people and please yourself?
How could you nourish yourself? Because North Node Aries, right? So for the rest of this year, we're going to a collective place where we must individuate. We must be our crazy, weird, kinky, unique self.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Now, with that, I thought let's pull 4 cards.
Okay, we're going to pull 4 tarot cards, and we're going to have the
viewer will pick whatever resonates with you.
All right, Mike, would you cut those, please?
Sure will. Here is the answer.
Okay, here's the answer. How about you hold up 2?
Okay. So I'll hold up these 2.
I've already seen them. Okay, I can't play it long. All right, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just kind of sit with that for a couple seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay, now if you pick the first card, then you picked the Hierophant.
Okay.
And this is Taurian energy, right? Established traditions, right?
Yeah, see these people are learning from the established tradition, the Pope. It's not necessarily about like the Pope, but just about established traditions and how
they're applicable today. Are they applicable today?
Yeah. Is the Constitution applicable today?
Is it?
Is it? I don't know. We'll find out.
We're going to find out in 2 seconds.
Does a 2-party system mean anything anymore? We'll find out.
Does decorating our Christmas tree mean anything? Does doing anything for Easter or Hanukkah or Passover, does that mean anything anymore?
Do birthdays mean anything?
Does it? But what does it mean and what's it about?
Yeah.
And it's a time for questioning everything. Really gently.
Are we talking about questioning authority?
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
It's always time to question.
It's always time. That's what I want to hear. It's always time to question authority.
No, but it's always time to see, do these rules meet meet the standard
Yeah.
for a life well lived? Is it helpful?
Right.
Is it bringing us anything? What are these traditions about?
Do we honestly believe that everyone's equal?
I hope so.
Yes.
All right. So that's the first card.
Okay.
The Hierophant. The second card.
Strength. All right. So here we have the angel, and she is tempering the beast. It's our inner angel tempering our inner beast. It's uplifting ourselves from our animal nature.
Taming the beast, not muting the beast.
No.
Not hobbling the power of the beast, but using it wisely.
Yeah.
Knowing when it's important to say something, when it's important to speak up, right?
Right. And this card is related to Leo, which is the heart chakra. So how can we bring out our heart information? Our heart's a very big brain. How can we bring that heart knowledge into our heads and intellectualize it and use it for the year?
How could we let our hearts play with others?
Yeah.
Interact. And it's all interactive. It's Aquarius new moon.
Find the words for the feelings and the meanings for the words.
Very good.
Thank you. Strength. Okay. These are all really, hey, Mike, these are all huge cards.
That's why I picked them. Yeah.
Well, Tarot Deck picked them. Okay, here we go. Oh, man, we got the High Priestess. Okay, secrets, secret rituals, secret knowledge.
Sacred, divine, feminine.
Feminine knowledge that transcends all time, that goes back into the beginning of human consciousness.
Yes, deep primordial wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ancient truth. Ancient truth.
Ancient truths that kind of goes deep into the past beyond written history. So prehistoric, feminine truths. The High Priestess is here. She's in between Boaz and Joachim, the Masonic.
So this isn't about messages that we're going to discover on our phones.
No, this is not.
Okay.
No.
All right.
This is about messages that we find during meditation.
Deep silence, yes.
Deep silence. This is the feminine archetype, the feminine pope. She is guarding secrets. Behind the screen, there's a mystery happening that we are not able to see, that's not for our eyes. I like to say that the most important things that we deal with in our lives, we don't talk about. And like, what are those important...
Feminine creativity.
Feminine creativity.
Yes.
Yeah. Love, birth, sensitivity, receptiveness.
All that stuff that we're not supposed to talk about.
Yeah. All that stuff is not cherished by Western society, and especially not in America.
No.
Don't get me started. Don't even get me started.
It's a big year for the whole world. It's not just America. It's everywhere. It's this teeter-totter between darkness and light and good and evil and control and freedom.
Yeah.
Right?
And developing the Atlantean dream.
And finally,
the Fool.
Now, if you got this card, you're lucky.
Yeah.
It's my favorite card.
0 card, beginner's mind.
You have all the options at your fingertips.
Unshamed.
Yeah.
Unshamed mind. Where we there's a place before we learn to feel shame. There was a place before we learned to feel fear.
To question everything, to be afraid. Yes.
Yeah, to be afraid of ourselves.
Before we were hurt.
Be afraid of our own self-adventure. There was a place before that. This is all about that beginner's mind and feeling free and not afraid to fall off the cliff. You will be caught.
Exactly.
It's the beginning and the end of a cycle.
The universe has you.
Yes, the universe has us. So just to tell you here, we got 4 major arcanas.
Yeah.
This is a big moon. Set yourself up for success.
Lunar New Year.
I'm shaking. I'm so excited. Be intellectual about where you want to be for the rest of the year and how you want to help everybody. It's not an emotional time.
Not an emotional time. Be very logical and practical, and of course, always ask to be shown something that you're missing.
Yeah.
Keep yourself kind of up here for this lunar. And trust in humanity.
Yes.
I know it's impossible, but it's possible. You could do it.
It's a process, everybody. You gotta trust us. You gotta trust everybody on the planet who has been here and who hasn't been here and who will be here.
And if we're alive right now, we're very lucky to be alive right now.
Lucky.
Very
lucky.
That's our message for this moon.
And you know what, Mike? I feel pretty lucky because we have such a nice viewer base and we have so much fun with the videos that we do. And we had a really good month last month, and I just want to thank everybody.
Thank you very much, everybody. Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in. And if you have any questions, just drop us a line. Or if you want a reading, or if you don't have a natal chart, we can make one up for you. And please leave us a comment below.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.